I've had to re-record this about 50 times today, so sorry. It's kind of last minute, and it's kind of it's not to camera today. It's just going to be a screen share, but that's okay. We're going to go through it. This was a request by Maria, and her business is Soiree by Ria. Totally cute already. Loving it. She has online party decor, and she has virtual party design, which I think is a really fun business. The one thing, of course, first thing I see is she has her like logo branding instead of her photo right here. So that's something I suggest to everybody. And I know some of you are like, oh, but A, I don't have a good picture of myself, or B, how do they know it's a business? Well, if you have your business name up here and then they have a picture of your face here or you, they can have a face to a name. They can associate your business with a person, especially because you're by Ria. They want to know who Ria really is, because already I'm like, is this you? Oh, wait, it's not. It's somebody else. Is this you? It probably is. Oh, I think it is you, because it's the more I'm seeing on here. Is this you? You know, I mean, this obviously isn't you, but so we want to make sure we know who the Boss Applesauce is. And so I would love to have a photo of you. This one would work. The one thing I will say about this photo of you is that the filter doesn't really match the other images on the site. So we want to make sure our images are very cohesive, the like processing of them. So if you're going to use images like from your shop that are really bright and there's no background and they're really classic and clean, then you need to make sure your images of yourself, of any other products, of your designs are classic and clean as well. Like I probably would have liked to see this not on a computer screen. I would have liked it just to be a graphic like this, because I think those two things would have fit totally perfect together. And I love this, by the way. That is beautiful work. So just really probably work on kind of maybe upping your photography game and getting that lighting so where it's very, very streamlined throughout your feed, and you're not using images that are heavily like filtered, just because the other stuff on your feed is nice and bright. Like this one, it's nice and clean and classic. The curated images you're using are nice and clean and classic, and they don't really fit with something that's like a warm filter. So by really just kind of upping your photography game, I don't know if you're taking these images with your iPhone, but there's a lot of different apps. Like I use PicTapGo to really, if I'm going to take a photo on my iPhone, that's what I use to edit my images. And I don't put any kind of really color overlay or filter on it. I just try to keep it crisp and clean. I maybe bump up the contrast, maybe bump up the exposure a little bit, and that is all. So like this one's a really warm image. This is a really cool image. We want to make sure those do not compete with each other. We want to make sure it's nice and bright all the way throughout. So that's my suggestion for you, Ria. I like that you're mixing up graphics with photos. I love that. I love that you're showing real parties and some of your designs. I think that's awesome. These are super cute. I want to just go and order these for my family. I love this whole thing. So it would be fun. I would like to see from you, what I would love if I was coming on your feed is taking these products and creating like a mood board based on this. Like if this is what you're selling, integrate your posts to fit this. That can be your 9-grid story, right? Like you can show all of these Halloween things and do one of these mood boards right here. And then maybe do a graphic that has orange in it. And then maybe if you want to move on to these pink colors, maybe put this mood board at the corner and then have the Halloween mood board here. Have any graphics be that bright orange to tie in. So just maybe just approaching it like the 9-grid, approaching it with that magazine mentality, and just making everything flow a little bit better. And then of course, putting your image here. I know that this link, I like that it's, I would like you to tell me more about what I'm going to get when I click on it. I know it's obviously your website, but you can say view our products or purchase what you see here or shop our feed by clicking the link. And the link pops up and it just goes to your actual website homepage, which is totally fine. You can move that, you can change that around if you'd like. So maybe you're doing a Dia de los Muertos. That was really white, by the way. Muertos. I'm Mexican and I talk not very, proper Spanish. Anyway, so this could go right to a Dia de los Muertos product if you had that 9-grid, and then you can change this out. Or the other option would be like a one of those link trees or a custom, I'll show you what mine is, one of those custom landing pages. Let me go here. Instagram. So you could do something like this where you kind of build your own and you can add things in. If you wanted a shoppable feed, that's what you could do, is treat it that way. So those are my suggestions for you, Maria. Hopefully it helps. And if you do have more questions, go ahead and leave a comment below.